Hi friends, this is Nitish, founder of Stockmock. Today we are going to talk about a new feature that we are releasing, which is selecting the strike based upon the percentage difference from the ATM. Now, as you might already know that we have a feature wherein we can select the strike based upon a specific point difference from ATM, like ATM plus 100, ATM minus 100, ATM plus 200, ATM minus 200. But we never used to have a feature wherein we can select the strike based upon the percentage difference. Like I want to select a strangle which is 1% away from ATM, like ATM plus 1% and ATM minus 1%. And therefore, this feature was asked by many of our users, and therefore we developed it. And for all those who are wondering why do we need such feature, is it's because when we are backtesting, okay, now the bank nifty spot price has been varied a lot in the last 4 years. Like it has been 20,000, 22,000, 25,000, and 35,000. So many people believe that if we are just selecting the 100 points away from bank nifty when it is 20,000 and 100 points away when it is 35,000, then it makes no difference. So we want to uh, select in terms of percentage somehow, if it can give us the edge. So and I personally believe every feature has its pros and cons. It's up to the users to decide if it's suiting as per their trading skills or not. So you can try this feature and see if this particular feature is working good for you, or if you're mixing this with ATM plus minus 100, which is like specific points away from ATM, and then you can take a call. What do you want to trade with? Okay, so I'll just share my screen. I hope you can see the screen now. Okay, so this new feature that has been added is here, entry by ATM percentage. Earlier, this feature is also there, entry by ATM points, which means you can select a specific ATM plus minus 200 points away. And with this ATM percentage, you will see these new options, like you can select ATM plus 0.5%, that you want to move away from ATM plus 0.5%, and then plus 1%, 1.5%, whatever you want to choose. You can choose in that sense. Okay. Now, before demonstrating to you how this feature works, let us analyze this through an example. Okay. So let's go here. Let's say our spot price is 35,030. Okay. So if the spot is 35,030, what do you think the ATM will be? ATM will be 35,000. This closest to 100 points. That's how Bank Nifty works. So earlier we used to have this ATM. If somebody was selecting ATM plus 100 call, okay, what do they actually mean by that? ATM plus 100 call means they want to add 100 to it and they want to see 35,100 call. They want to choose that strike price. But what if today somebody says, I want to choose ATM plus 1% of call? Now, please understand this. Now they want to choose the call which is 1% away, far away from ATM. So what we'll do is we'll calculate 1% of 35,000, okay, and add it to 35,000. So it will be 35,000 plus 1% of 35,000. Okay, so 35,000 into 1% of it. What is 1%? 0.01. Okay, so the price, so the strike comes out to be 35,350. But we know that we cannot trade this 35,350. It has to be the multiple of 100. So we'll choose the closest to 100. So it will choose 35,000. Strike that it will trade is 35,300. Okay, because less than 50, less than equal to 50, it will choose the previous strike. If it's more than equal to 50, it will choose the next 100th strike. Okay, so let's take another example. Let's say we say somebody says ATM plus 0.5% of call they want to choose. Okay, or let's say we choose the put for -1, ATM minus 0.5% of put. Then what do they mean by that? They want to say 35,000 is the ATM minus 0.5% of the ATM, which means 35,000 into, what's the 0.5% here? 0.005. Okay. So this comes out to be 34,825, but you cannot trade this strike. It has to be the multiple of 100. So it will boil down to closest to 100 number is 34,000 800. So you will choose this strike to trade if you are choosing ATM plus minus 0.5%. Okay. And I think now you can really see that when you are choosing in terms of percentage, this makes a lot of difference, because if it is, let's say we are doing 1% away from ATM and the ATM is 35,000, it will go far away for the strangle. But if it is 20,000, it will be closer to the ATM price. Okay. That's why people wanted to see this feature in action, and they wanted to see if it's really making sense to them or not. I hope you can figure this out. If it's still unclear, you can figure this out yourself. This is very, very easy. Okay. So let's go to Stockmock and then see this in action. Okay. So we'll see this entry by ATM percent. We'll create a strangle. Let's say we do ATM minus 1% for call, and let's do ATM plus 1% for put. Okay, so this is ATM plus 1%, and let's sell ATM minus 1% put, ATM plus 1% call. So this will be a strangle which is 1% away from the ATM that I want to trade, and I'll choose the stop loss to be 25%. I want to test it for Nifty. Let's do it for Bank Nifty. Okay. And let's say the entry time is not so common entry time, which is 9:19, and let's exit by 3 o'clock. Okay. So it's a very simple strangle, 1% away, 9:19 entry. 9:19 means exactly at 9:19 open prices. Okay. It's not 9:19 close, and exit at 3 o'clock. Stop loss is 25%. Okay. Let's backtest for the last probably 3 years and 3 years plus. Let's see this in action. Minus 1% put plus 1% call with 25% SL. Let's see the results. Okay. So the results are, we are getting some 570 plus. And by the way, this already has inbuilt slippages being included. If you don't know about inbuilt slippages, please read it here. We have mentioned Stockmock initiative to show close to real results. It means every backtest result will now have inbuilt 0.5% inbuilt entry slippages. Okay. So the results came in and it says we are getting expectancy is 0.3. NDD is close to 10%. If we are taking 2 lakhs as a margin, okay, 70% is win rate, not bad. RR ratio, which is like reward to risk ratio, is also fine. Average day profit is 580 something. Okay. Now, monthly returns, we can see that there are some lesser returns as well, 544, but overall it's a decent strategy, not bad. Obviously you can find much good strategy, and as we always claim, doing a single strategy in a day makes no sense generally. So even if you're doing 3 lots in a day, go to basket, create multiple strategies, and if you're doing multiple strategies in a day, it's kind of one is hedging to another. So your returns will be little lower, but your drawdown and other parameters will be improved a lot. Okay. So you can see this thing. And if you go below, we can also show you, like you can see on 15th February 2019, it was 26,278 as a spot price. Okay. And it has chosen 26,600 as put and 27,200 as call. So if you want to see how did it choose this thing, we can take this as an example as well. Okay. So let's say we say this 26,000 this. So what will be the ATM if the spot is 26,878? It will be 26,900. I think so. Correct. So ATM plus 100, we don't want to see it. And what we have done is ATM plus 100 call and minus 1% put. Okay. So what it will be? It will be 26,900. Okay. This will be 26,900 plus 1% of it. So this comes out to be 27,169. So the strike that will be chosen is 27,200 for the call. Okay. So shall we validate that? Let's go. 27,200 call. That's how it was chosen. Okay. So let's decide for ATM minus 1% put. It will be again same. This ATM is 26,900. This is this, and this turns out to be 1%. So 26,631. So the strike will be closest to 100 will be 26,600, I believe. Yes. So let's see if this is the put that was chosen. 26,600 put, that's how. So that's how, based upon the percentage, whatever was the spot price at 919, it will decide the strike based upon 1% away for the call input. Okay. And obviously other things are same that you can see. You can scroll down to see individual day results. You can click on the per day result to see the how your strategy performed that day, every minute open. Okay, you can see this is how it's working. And obviously other things remain the same. It's just the new feature that is added that works very similar to how entry by ATM point works. So I hope this is very clear to you, and you can use this, and you can definitely use this feature. And do give us the feedback. Did you like this feature or not? And do share your comments. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Happy backtesting.